repetition is what impresses the subconscious mind. So the more you repeat, your subconscious is going to accept it as true, and then it's going to place it in your reality physically for you to experience. What's up, y'all? If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tierica, and I like to post videos about the law of assumption, manifestation, and mindset shifting, sharing my own personal beliefs and experiences with the intention that you can take something from what I talk about and apply it to your life to create the reality of your dreams. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, so for today's Monday motivation, I want to bring awareness to affirmations, and I want to bring awareness to it in the sense of everything that you say is an affirmation. I feel like we put so much emphasis on the affirmations that we are creating for ourselves when it pertains to our desires, but I don't think that we talk about the fact that everything that we say, everything that we think is an affirmation. So I want to bring awareness to that. I want to talk about that. So let's get started. As I am, just responding to emails or responding to comments, I always see where people may say, well, I don't know why this is happening, and then they follow it with a sentence. And I've even done this myself, and I've trained myself to become more self-aware just by paying attention to the things that I'm saying, paying attention to the things that I'm thinking, and catching myself when I am persisting in a thought that I have persisted in for so long and it has become my reality. An example of that is whenever I said in one of my videos how I would always say, I'm not a morning person. I oversleep all my alarms. I always wake up on the last alarm. And by me persisting in that, that is literally just an affirmation. Yes, I am stating a fact that is in my reality right now that I don't wake up on time and I oversleep my alarms. But everything in your reality is changeable. Like there's nothing that's permanent in your reality. So when you become aware of something, it's not to get bummed out like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I created this for myself. I can't believe I'm experiencing this. No, you are now aware of it. So now you have the ability to change it because you have the power to experience anything that it is you want to experience in your reality. So, when I became aware that I'm over here, basically limiting myself and affirming I don't wake up on time, that's just an affirmation. And that shows you how your affirmations work. It's a thought that I have, and it was a thought that I kept persisting in daily. I said, I would be on my live streams and I would be always talking about how I'm oversleeping and, waking up at the last alarm. That's literally just an affirmation, y'all. And that's how it works. So I persisted in that. I kept saying that. And the product of that was my physical reality had to reflect those thoughts back to me. So I'm waking up tired. I'm waking up at the last alarm. I might oversleep the alarm. And now I'm waking up at the very last minute, rushing to get ready. And when I became aware of that, I had the power to change that. So what did I do? I stopped myself from saying, I don't wake up on time. And I trained myself to affirm instead, to think instead, I wake up on time. I wake up at the first alarm. I don't have to set a whole bunch of alarms because y'all, I literally had a catalog of alarms in my phone. I'm talking about I would have to set alarms. If I have to get up at 8 a.m., it would be like 8 a.m., 8:01, 8:02, 8:03, 8:05, 8:10, 8:10, 8:10. Like I just had all these alarms to set and would sleep through all of them. I don't do that anymore, but I would definitely sleep through all of them. So basically, what I want y'all to do is I want you to be aware of the things that you are most often saying, because those are also your affirmations. Those are things that you are affirming over your life, about yourself, about things in your reality, and those are the things that you are creating. It shows you how powerful your thoughts are. If I can say that I don't wake up on time and then I'm really not waking up on time, there's nothing else to make like Your thoughts create your reality. That's all that there is to it. And everything that you are choosing to persist in is an affirmation. It is simply an affirmation. So every time that you limit yourself, you are affirming that limitation. If you are manifesting something, right? Let's say you are manifesting an SP and you are saying, well, I don't know why I'm getting hot and cold behavior from SP, or I don't know why SP is ignoring me, or I don't know why SP only calls me at this time of the day. You're affirming those things. Those are just affirmations. Another example would be something like if you go to the grocery store or if you go to the mall or wherever that you're shopping at, and you go to get in line and the line is super long, and while you're standing in line, what do? You start telling yourself, I'm so irritated. Every time I come to the store, it's a long line. Every time I get ready to check out, it's a really long line. Like, I'm always stuck in long lines. Those are affirmations. Those are just affirmations that are limiting you. So now you are creating a reality of things that you don't want to experience, but it's still an affirmation. It's still something that you are affirming, that you believe to be true, and now it is reflected back to you in your reality. And I want to bring awareness to this because it's showing you how simple manifestation really is. It is showing you how simple it is to design your reality to be how you want it to be. You have to be aware of yourself enough to catch yourself when you are affirming things that are limiting. Affirmations are just thoughts. Affirming is just thinking. But when we use the term affirmation, it is basically saying that you are choosing the thoughts that you are going to think. You are literally sitting down, writing out, typing out, thinking out what specific thoughts you are going to think. Because like I've said before, you're in control of the words that you speak. You're in control of the words that come out of your mouth. And just as you are in control of that, you are also in control of the thoughts that you think. You are not a victim to the thoughts that you are having in your mind. I don't care what pops up. I don't care how overwhelming it may feel. I don't care how many opposing thoughts that you have. Yes, it can be a battle in the beginning when you are training yourself to think a different way, because you have been stuck in this mindset for who knows how long, however many years you've been stuck in this one mindset that is full of limitations. And because you have affirmed these thoughts so much, your reality matches that. And now you believe that this is true for yourself and you feel like you are stuck here. But the same way that you created the reality that you're existing in right now is the same way that you can create a new reality to exist in, because everything is existing right now. It's just waiting on you, the observer, to focus on it and pay attention to it. So as you are mindlessly thinking thoughts throughout the day, catch yourself. Start becoming aware. That is the first step that you can do into becoming more self-aware, is practicing on catching yourself. And a lot of the times our thoughts tend to run wild when we're doing things that are that we do on autopilot, that don't require a lot of mental focus. And that's always like your little daily task: driving, getting dressed, taking a shower, washing dishes, cleaning, that type of stuff. When we are doing those tasks that don't require us to focus because our body just knows what to do already, that's when your thoughts and your mind starts to go. And usually if you are not self-aware, if you are not in control of your thoughts, then all kinds of storylines and different scenarios, things that have not even happened to you. You're just making up shit, but it's things that you don't want to experience. You're letting all of these things just run wild in your mind, right? Self-awareness begins when you can identify that you are doing this, okay? Because it's just a natural thing. It's like a habit that we have, that we do every day, because we have not trained ourselves to focus on our thoughts and to direct our thoughts. We literally are not taught to train our thoughts, and guide them to only be whatever it is that we desire to experience. We're taught to see life happening to you and look at your reality and look at things in your life as proof of, what's true for you and what's not true for you. And that's just not how it goes. And the more that you practice on breaking yourself away from that type of conditioning and reconditioning yourself to understand that it's all your thoughts create your reality. And you have been affirming things your entire life. Your thoughts are your affirmations. And whatever you are repeatedly saying, especially the ones where you ask a question like, I don't know why this is happening to me. How does this keep happening to me? How does this keep happening? Or the what ifs. All of the words that follow those sentences that start with them words, those are affirmations. And those are affirmations that you are just putting off over yourself. You're just limiting yourself, basically. So practicing on becoming more self-aware is definitely going to be beneficial for you. And like I said, it's just paying attention to yourself, paying attention to the thoughts that you are thinking and the words that you're saying, and even the words that you're typing out or writing out, when you're texting your friends or when you're commenting, on social media. It's learning to become aware of yourself and the version of you that you are operating as. Because are you operating as the version of you that you don't want to be, that doesn't have what you desire? Stop identifying with that version of yourself, okay? If you're saying what you can't do, what's not possible for you, how does this happen to you? Why is this happening? What if this happens? Those are all just affirmations that are limitations. And we don't want to affirm limitations over our life. We want to unidentify with those things. And once you start practicing on it, right? Once you start practicing on it and you start realizing what you're thinking, you're now giving yourself the opportunity to think better thoughts, to think in your favor, because that's what we want to do on a daily basis. Affirmations are just your thoughts. You think like 60,000 thoughts daily. And if you didn't know that before, now you know. It's about 60,000 thoughts that you think a day. So just imagine how many thoughts come through your mind that you are unaware of, that you are not paying attention to, that you didn't select yourself. Your ego is selecting them for you, and it's keeping you, it's selecting them based off of what is natural to you, what your dominant thoughts have been. So it's selecting from your state that you're existing in. So you want to change your state that you are existing in. And when you change your state that you're existing in, naturally your thoughts just change as well. So, and you change your state not by doing anything, not by feeling and being vibrational and all of that stuff. You change your state by thinking different thoughts, by specifically picking different thoughts to think and persist in. And just like, I know I've said this in one video. It's like you don't have to do methods. You don't have to do techniques. You just need to think as the person. And I know sometimes people can say, well, whenever I think, I'm stressed out, or I'm burnt out from thinking. So let's just say you go to the gym, right? And you've never been to the gym a day in your life. This is like your first time ever going. You go to the gym and you immediately want to start lifting weights and you want to start pumping and doing all this stuff. Is it going to be a piece of cake your first go round? Is it going to be a piece of cake just doing it in the beginning? Most likely, no. It's gonna be a workout. You are literally working out your muscles. Of course, I would say as you're working out, you want to speak to yourself in the right way. This is so easy. This is getting so much easier for me. You never want to persist in something, thinking that something is hard, because again, remember, your thoughts create. Thinking that something is hard, thinking that something is difficult are only limitations. They are only thoughts that you are thinking, and you are assuming that because you have experienced things that are hard, because you weren't taught that life can be easy. You weren't taught that things can be easy as long as you persist in the mindset of the version of you who has it easy. Life is just easy for them, right? So the same way that you go to the gym and you're working out and you're pumping, and it's a little bit difficult in the beginning, right? You're going to feel your muscles get sore, you're sweating, all of this stuff. It's the same way. Look at your affirmations as your mind going to the gym, okay? And when you are so used to thinking one way, you're used to thinking so negatively, you're used to thinking one specific way, so it's so natural to you. These thoughts just come naturally because this is the state that you have existed in for so long. Now you have become aware that you are the creator of your reality, and you can now consciously create your experiences instead of your experiences being created for you off of autopilot based off of conditioning and other people's beliefs. Now you have the opportunity to choose your own beliefs and to choose the things that you want to persist in and that you want to experience. But to do that, you're going to have to think as the person who has it, and you're going to have to repeat it and repeat it, because again, repetition is what impresses the subconscious mind. So the more you repeat, your subconscious is going to accept it as true, and then it's going to place it in your reality physically for you to experience. But you want to experience it mentally first, you want to experience it internally first, and then you experience it physically. That's how it works, because your physical is just a reflection of your internal. It's just a reflection of who you are on the inside. So yes, when you start to affirm in the beginning, it may feel a little stressful. And I did have a comment, you may get a headache, okay? You may feel a little drained, you may feel a little stressed out. That's totally fine. And if you are feeling that, that's normal. It's okay. Don't think that you're doing something wrong. Don't think that something is going wrong, but persist, okay? You just need to persist, because you are creating a new neural pathway for yourself. And by you doing this, you are literally just strengthening this muscle of thinking a different way. You are training your mind. Like, you're literally taking it from one place of it being so stubborn and so stuck in this place of lack and not having what you want, to a place of more bliss and freedom and just having everything that you desire. But it may be a little work in the beginning, okay? Stick to it. Don't give up. So basically, the whole motivation behind today's video was for me to bring awareness to the fact that everything that you are thinking is an affirmation, okay? Your affirmations are not just the ones that you are writing down and picking that you're going to start affirming for to get your desire, to experience your desire. The things that you are thinking right now, the things that you keep on speaking, those are also affirmations. You have been affirming your entire life because you've been thinking. Affirmations and thoughts are the exact same thing. You've affirmed your entire life, and now it's time for you to become more self-aware, because if you're watching this video, you are perfectly capable of being self-aware to the fact that you can stop limiting yourself, and you can catch yourself when you are creating these limitations and continuing to create these limitations for yourself, right? So be more mindful this week of the things that you are saying. Be more mindful of what you're thinking when you're doing just your daily task on autopilot. Be more mindful and be more aware. Be aware when you're texting your friends or typing, comments or responding to things in social media. Be more mindful of how you are moving, okay? Because everything that you're thinking is an affirmation, all right? It's not just the positive ones that you're picking. The other ways that you're limiting yourself are affirmations too, all right? So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down for me below. If you would like assistance with your manifestation and you would like for me to offer my guidance, I do offer email coaching and I offer phone call coaching. The link is in the description below if you're interested in that. And if you watch this video until the end, I appreciate you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.